I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Sarah. I'm the co-owner and farm manager of Aset Egyptian Arabians. We're based out of Tennessee, but originally got our start in Louisiana. This mare right here is Nola. We got her, and she was the first. We got her when she was 4 months old and started everything with this one. She went to the East Coast Egyptian event in 2019 and took reserve champion as at her first show, so we're pretty excited about that. Yeah. But I wanted to kind of introduce myself and explain why I got into it. So as a kid, I've loved horses ever since I could read. And actually my mom used to read Walter Farley. Hi. The Walter Farley Black Stallion series. She loved the Marguerite Henrys as she grew up. Where's your stop? So Aset Egyptian Arabians got its start in May of 2018 when we got, take that back, it was a couple months later. My mom and I had decided to combine forces, as we would say, and after my grandmother passed away. She was living too far away. She was kind of the only one, we were only ones left in Louisiana, so we combined forces. And there was an event at Colt Hill Crescent Arabians in Folsom, Louisiana, which was about an hour away from where we had lived. And we thought, you know what, we haven't seen an Arabian horse, we haven't seen a horse, we haven't touched one in a while, so let's just go. Let's bring the kids. Yeah, let's bring the kids and just go. And we met Mike Cimino and Sean Cruz there at that time. And we had no idea, absolutely no idea how that one choice changed everything. No. We met this mare. As she was 4 months old when we met her. And we decided to get into not just the hobby of having horses, but the business of having horses. And it was explained to us in a very practical way why this was such a good investment. And at the time, we decided to start young with her. We're going to start showing her and then move into breeding later on. So like I said, she was 4 months old when we bought her. And then a couple months later, we added a brood mare. She was 6 years old at the time, and she was based out of the Amethyst Acres in Buchanan, Virginia. They were another Egyptian Arabian farm, and we decided to go visit them when we were actually vacationing in Tennessee a couple months after we decided to get Nola. And there was this beautiful chestnut Arabian, Lucy. Lyrical Melody was her registered name. She's absolutely sweet. She would lick your hand if she liked you, and she did that a lot, which was amazing. But we bought her, and then we bought this mare, Lyric Eladella. But we also bought her at the same time. Kind of one of those, you cannot have one, you need to have many. So that's what we did. We bought her and Lucy, and we bred them for the next year. And they both had two lovely colts. One of them didn't make it. He decided, or her mom aborted him. That's Lyric right there. We don't know why it happened, but those things do happen. She ended up aborting him 6 days before she was actually due at 320. He was a massive colt, though. He really was beautiful had he lived. But these things happened, and we learned really, really early on that, unfortunately, these things happen. On Eric. 1 became 5, and 5 became, I think it's now 13, 14 horses after 6 years. We learned a lot in our breeding and showing seasons. We've lost a few, 1 to colic, 1 to fireworks, 1 because he just didn't make it after being born a couple days. But we've also gained so much too. We have, like I said, gone from, I think it was 5 the first year to 14. Some have been bought to add on to our herd, and some have been born. We have had a total of 8 foals born on site No, I take that back. 6 foals born on site, and 2 were born before we decided to move from Louisiana, where it was very hot and humid, up to Tennessee, where we are right now. We learned a lot during foaling, and I think that's one of my most favorite things is the foaling aspect. My husband has been in there from the moment of birth. That's one of his favorite things. I am the Lamaze coach. I help the mares breathe. It helps me because I'm that worrisome until the baby's here, and then I'm calm. I'm cool. I'm okay. I know it doesn't help them, but it helps me. The Lamaze helps me breathe. But we've been doing this, like I said, for 6 years, and it's one of the best things that I've ever done. I never thought that my love of horses would ever actually start or have horses, right? It was always the My Little Pony and the Breyer horses. I never thought they'd come to life, but they have. And what's funny is the whole reason why I got into it was because, aside from the love as a kid, I used to work as a 911 dispatcher where I was living in Louisiana, and I loved my job. I still love my job. I have much, much love and respect for the men and women who put on that uniform and go out and protect us. I know, I've heard what they go through. I never saw it because I never did that, but I did hear far too many things. And I didn't realize how much doing that job and helping the people, helping the community, helping the men and women on the other side of radio affected me, until I would go on my weekly visits to Folsom, make that drive and go visit my horses. And it forced me to be present. It forced me to forget everything that was going on around me and realize that the horse, that 1,000 pounds, because they're not big compared to other horses, but they're still 1,000 pounds and they move insanely quickly. It forced me to be present. So I was able to heal from them. Really? Is that what we're doing? I was able to heal. And it's taken a while, but they helped me heal. They helped me to become the person I am now, and it took a lot of time. What are we doing? I say hi there. Tennessee, we love bugs here. I'm not sarcastic at all. Well, that's my Scleric. She is, what are you, 17? Yeah. She's 17, and she is one of the best. I say one of, because she only ties that rein with another mare we have here. But she is one of the best. And if I ever needed a nurse mare or a surrogate mare, I know she would take that baby. Because while she was pregnant, another mare was delivering right next to her, and she was losing her mind trying to get to that mare's foal while she was still pregnant. She couldn't wait. She wanted that baby. So this mare is 1 in a million. I say that about all of them, but this one is definitely 1 in a million. She's one of the best that I have here. And this one right here, always waiting in the wings, waiting for attention. This is Celine. If there's ever a definition of a heart horse, that's this one right here. You guys look. Hi. Yeah. She captured my heart when she was about 18 months old. And she's drama. She is so dramatic. But she'll stand right by you all day long. Just want pets, just want to be loved. And she is absolutely the love of my life. I love this horse. She just had her first baby this past year. Actually, her baby went up to Virginia. That baby found her new home at a year old, and it was truly a miracle. We loved it. But she had her first baby, and that baby turned out to be something special, just like her mama. Yeah, just like her mama. I want to talk about legacy horses. This one right here. She's got a lot of gray in her mane and on her face. She's 21 years old. Do a side view of her. But this mare right here, she is Nola's mom, and she has had the most daughters of all that we have. We still have her 3 daughters. Nola, this one right here. Nope, I'm sorry. That's not her. The gray one down here, and then way down on the end is her yearling that was born last year. This is Star. This is the Lotus Morning Star. She's an infidel daughter, and she has time after time produced some of the most amazing mares that we have. This is Lyric's most latest daughter. Hi. She's 2 years old. This is Kara. She's the black mare you just saw. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, that's you. You're interrupting me. But I was talking about Star, not you. I'll say, as far as legends on this farm at Star, she has earned her retirement. She's no longer. We retire them at 20. We know that they can go longer depending on how well they're doing. But I like to retire them and give them that. No, ma'am. Give them that break. Give them that life that she has definitely earned it. Hi. Can I help you? What? I thought she was going to be black whenever she was born. Yeah. She's turned out very silver and will eventually turn gray. Hi. Yeah. Good girl. She's sweet and loving. There you are. This is Maureen. This is Star's daughter. Yeah, it's young. This is why I do what I do. For them. I love on them. No, ma'am.